by age 18, reached a height of only 3 feet, and is permanently confined to a wheelchair. However, this man took a stand for quality of life that has inspired millions of people around the world. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our keynote for today, Mr. Stephenson.
Okay. I was 12 years old when I first heard this song come onto the television. You might have heard it before. It goes something like this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You guys know what that is? What is it? Hail to the Chief. And when do they play Hail to the Chief? When the President of the United States walks into a room. I'm 12 years old at the time. I'm in my living room, and I'm watching my television, and I see all these people jumping to their feet, just applauding, going nuts as this man walks out on stage. And I'm thinking at 12 years old, I got to have that job. I got to be the President of the United States. So I'm 12 years old, I'm getting excited, and I go to school. And I go up to all my teachers, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be the president someday. Just mark it on your calendar, okay? And now, let me ask you. Let's be real for a second. I roll up to you, I'm 12 years old, and I'm telling you, I'm going to be president of the United States. Do you think everybody around me was like, yes, you are? Yes, you are. No, what do? When we hear that somebody has a massive dream, we go, oh, sweetie, pump the brakes, okay? Maybe you could be like a state senator, sweetie. No offense to state senators who are in the room. But something a little bit more achievable. President, there's only like a few in every decade, and don't get your hopes up. I'm here today to tell you to get your hopes up. Get them really up. 12 years old, I have this vision of being President of the United States. I'm telling everybody, and I realize I have to do some homework to get to that position. There's a lot you have to learn to be the President of the United States. First of all, you got to understand economics. You got to understand geography. You got to understand different cultures. You got to learn how to pay people off. There's a lot you have to learn to be President of the United States. So I'm doing my homework. Now, finally, I get to college. I'm in your seat in life. And I'm thinking, I'm telling everybody that I'm going to be president, but not much has changed between that 12-year-old boy and myself. I need to get some momentum on this vision. So I applied to work at the White House. I'm thinking, if I'm going to live there, I might as well check out the digs, right? I might as well go and see what the decorating's like. So I applied to work at the White House. Oh, I remember the day the envelope came to tell me whether or not I had made it. By a raise of hands, who have ever received an important envelope or a phone call that could change the course of your life? Do you know what that feels like? Yeah, absolutely. So here I am. I'm in my kitchen, I'm holding my envelope, and it says the White House in the corner. Just a plain white stationery envelope, but in the corner it says the White House. And I hold it up to my nose. Like my nose is going to tell me something, right? I'm like, oh yeah. This one's good. So I open it up. I open up the letter, and it says, congratulations, Sean Stephenson. You have been selected to work in the White House alongside of the President of the United States. You'll be reporting for duty in 3 months. We look forward to seeing you. Oh, that 12-year-old boy inside of me, his heart was racing. He was so excited. He was one step closer to his vision. I went back to class to my college buddies. I said, hey, what are you doing for the summer? Working at the White House like me? What's up? Oh, the first day at the job, it's awesome. I was wheeling up and down the halls of the White House, thinking to myself, John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, some of the most powerful people in the world have walked these halls. I wouldn't put that painting there, but it's not my place. It's not my place. And I loved working at the White House. I mean, it was so amazing because I was stepping more into my vision of what I want. There was one thing I absolutely loved about working at the White House, though. The president, when he comes home from being overseas, he doesn't just show up in like a minivan from the airport or like an SUV like you and I might. No, he shows up in a helicopter when he comes home from work. And he lands that helicopter in his backyard, okay? And we're not just talking like a little touring helicopter. We're talking about something the size of a school bus, okay? And it's dark green with a big bright white stripe and an American flag and a huge propeller that you can hear coming for miles. And I'm thinking to myself, Sean, you need to be in the backyard. When the president comes home and he lands his helicopter, you need to be in the backyard and greet him when he comes home. He knows who you are, so you just say hello. What could go wrong? Don't get ahead of me. So I am looking at my schedule. I'm thinking, okay, I gotta be at the South Lawn when the president comes home. So I'm looking at my schedule, I'm looking at the president's schedule. Finally, they line up. So I took an envelope that I made it look super official, and I got to the South Lawn entrance, and I hear the helicopter coming off in the distance. I get to the South Lawn entrance. The doors are closed, and there's not those handicapped accessible buttons. You guys know what I'm talking about, those handicapped buttons? You know, those are the things that when you're holding lots of pizza, you hit it and the door's open, right? That's not for you. Anyway, so I'm looking around for these handicapped buttons and they're nowhere around. And I'm hearing the helicopter and it's like right a few feet off of landing from the ground. I'm thinking, Sean, this 12-year-old boy is thinking, Sean, you gotta get through those doors. So I'm looking at these doors like a football player, right? I'm like, what? You got nothing? And I start thinking, I'm like, you got physics, Sean. You got 55 pounds of love on you. You can blast through these doors with a little bit momentum. So I'm backing up. I'm looking at this thing like a linebacker. I'm like, oh, you're going down. And I just take off, right? Full speed. Bang! These doors open. I get outside. I didn't expect this. And a massive amount of wind from the propeller is blowing me back inside. I'm like, oh, no. And I am puffing. And I get outside. I'm like, whew. That wasn't that bad. And I'm looking at the White House like, all you suckers inside, you're not getting to see this. This is the real deal. The helicopter's about to land. And I'm looking, and I noticed something. I noticed out of the corner of my left eye that there's a tree moving. But it's moving in a different direction and a different speed than all the other trees, so I look a little closer. And I see 12 men in all black military fatigue. They're climbing down ropes. And they're running at me with submachine guns. Well, I'm glad you think that's funny. And I see little red laser dots all over my chest. And I'm thinking, that's not good. Now, I don't know how aware you are in life, but I really can't run here, folks. So, but something just jumped inside of me. I looked at these guards. Now, these are the emergency response team. You may not be aware of the ERT, right? But the ERT, they are, if you get past the guys with the sunglasses, they shoot you dead, okay? So don't do this. So they are running at me. I'm looking at the helicopter. I'm thinking, if I could just get to the helicopter before these guards get to me, the president sees me, I'll be okay. I'm looking at the helicopter, and then I finally take off. Ah! And I am running, and I get to the helicopter. The helicopter door opens. The president steps out, and he looks at me. And in that moment, I had a massive epiphany. You better have a vision for your life. You better know what you're doing here. You better know where you want to go. And make it on your terms. Don't do something because your parents want you to do something, your teachers want you to do something, or your counselor. Do what feels right to you. Because as the years pass, if you're not in the position living out your vision that you always had when you were a child, you're going to regret your life. You're going to look back and go, where did I go wrong? When did I make my life about what other people's vision was of me versus what is my vision here? You got to make that vision clear. What kind of person do you want to be? You know, there's a misconception that we often have that we have to go find ourselves in life. You're not lost. I don't care how confused you are, how scared you are, how nervous, whatever insecurities you're dealing with, you're not lost. Life's not a process of finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. And the lessons that I'm going to share with you today are about creating yourself. It's about stepping into the man or woman that you've always wanted to be, the kind of person that you admire. And when I look at my life, I ask myself, am I living out the life of my mentors, the life of the people that I aspire to be like? And whenever the answer is no, then I have to course correct and step into that vision and make it very clear. Who does Sean want to be? Who do you want to be? Do you really want to be scared? Do you really want to be lonely? Do you really want to be angry at the world? No. I think what you want to be, and that's why you're in this room, and that's why you went to the university here, and that's why you're a part of the leadership activity that you're doing today, it's because I think you want to be powerful. You want to have more confidence. You want to have more success in your life. You want to have love, right? You want to do well. You want to be able to look in the mirror and be proud of who you are, no matter what you look like. That's what I want. And that's what I am constantly working on, because this doesn't just show up one day. It's something that you do each step of the way. You have to constantly be working on yourself. I don't care how old you are in this room. If you are not working on yourself, you will perish. That's why people without a vision perish. People, universities, if they didn't have a clear vision for Brockport College, this system, this institution would wither away. But no, we keep coming back. Even as a country, we have a constitution. Why? So we have an ideal set of values that we can go towards. And so today, I hope that you get some lessons, so how you can go towards your future, as opposed to just covering your eyes and bumping into things and hoping that somebody else will step in and help you and guide you along the way. This is you. This is all you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to just provide some options. And I'm not even here today to tell you I know what you're going through. I don't. I'm going to be very transparent and honest with you and let you know that just because I was in college doesn't mean I have a clue what you are going through today. I didn't grow up in your neighborhood. I didn't have your set of parents, your group of friends, your past experiences, nor do I live in your body. So I have no clue what you're going through. What I do know is I'm only good at one thing, and that's how to be me. And I do it well. I wake up every morning excited to be Sean Stephenson, because I work at it. And that's not some motivational rah-rah. It's the truth. You have to get excited about being you, because if you're not excited being you, who's going to hire you? And if you're going to start your own business, who's going to buy from you? And why would somebody want to love you, fall in love with you, start a family with you, if that's what you want? You have to be excited to be you. Humans are amazing. I love every single one of you. I don't even need to know you to love you. I've interacted with hundreds of thousands of people in my life. And through the beauty of television and the internet, millions. I haven't found a single person that I didn't think was fascinating, because if you dig deep enough, you'll find that every person has an amazing story. It could literally be a best-selling book.